So the FDA just set limits for the amount of lead that can be in baby food. And I have 4 words for this achievement. Too little, too late. And guess what? This isn't even fucking mandatory. This is voluntary. Again, the FDA is kind of like HR. When you're working for a big company and you think HR is there and has your back and is keeping you safe, no, their job is to protect company assets. That's why the way that this new rule was written is so loose and vague. All it does is protect companies. The limits here are still way too high. They really don't have anywhere near the amount of power that you think they do or should. They should have power to have mandatory limits, and all baby food should be tested before it gets sold. But no, nothing in the FDA run that way. One of the reasons that we have such a lead problem in baby food is because companies save money by getting all of their ingredients all over the world in order to save money. Those places historically do have a lot of lead contamination, and they don't have anywhere near the kind of remediation efforts in their soil that we have done here in the United States. And even though there was like a huge scare last year when it came to baby food and lead, there are far larger exposures of lead in like baby puffs and stuff, which again comes from cassava root grown in South America or parts of Africa, both of which have really high levels of lead contamination. So just so you know, all is not lost. This problem is going to get addressed, and that calls for another 5 words. California saves the day yet again. California has far stricter limits on lead in baby food, and they have to mention it on the fucking label now. So you're welcome, coming from a California. So a law that literally just went into effect on January 1st, it requires manufacturers to test the final baby food product to a level of 6 parts per billion for each heavy metal, right? If the results are over 6 parts per billion, manufacturers must specify that number on the label. And all baby food labels must now have a QR code where you can scan it, and it will take you to where those results are shown, regardless of what that level is. Hi, this is amazing. So California saves the day yet again. This is already into effect. Now, it will take time for this to trickle in because baby food is shelf stable and can sit on a shelf for a long time. And BT dubs, I'm actually against baby food to begin with because it is a heavily ultra processed food with lots of added sugars, and your child nutritionally does not need it. But that, I digress. Baby led weaning is the way to go. However, this is a step in the right direction. And all of our food, by the way, should have that label. And in a way, much of it already does because of the Prop 65 law and labeling, which again is a Californian transparency law, which everybody in the country benefits from.